on North Road. My husband and I moved to North Yarmouth in 2008, and I was able to attend last week's meeting, and I just wanted to share my opinion on both sides that were presented. I appreciate the time and effort that Mark Gerard put into presenting real numbers and data to me. I'm an educated person, and I appreciate fact and truth when I'm making a decision, especially when I'm putting something on a ballot that I'm voting for. A couple things that were interesting to me. It was my perception. I do not know Mark Verrill. I do not know Link Merrill. But it was my perception that they had personal issue with SAD 51. I have no relationship with SAD 51 as of yet, but I think it's unfortunate if someone's personal issues with the school system could translate into an entire town having to deal with the repercussions of leaving a school system. I also did not appreciate what I perceived as a threat of future petitioning. There was a comment made, if you don't vote yes, we will be back again year after year with this petition. That's not the kind of community that I want to live in, and I didn't appreciate that kind of a comment. I don't quite understand the position of we can do better. It's my understanding that we live in a town where the school system is 7th ranking in the state. I don't, as an educated, logical, practical person, understand how we can do better than that starting from ground zero. The other thing that struck me as confusing is there was talk of, building this K through 8 school, and that there's a plan, so to speak, for that. But someone brought up the point of where are all our high school students going to go? Has anyone spoken to area high schools, so on and so forth? And there were, a handful of towns mentioned, and so-and-so town can't, they don't have the room for us, or they don't want to talk to us, and this town might, but they don't have room for all of our students. And then it seemed to me that the plan was for all our kids to just go back to Greeley. So I just don't understand why we would spend all this time and money to essentially have our children go to the same school that is already standing, is already existing, and has a great reputation. So the whole thing just seems a little ludicrous to me. I care about my property taxes. I care about my property. And the first time I read about this in the Forecaster back in May, when the petition came up, my gut feeling was to leave this town, and I don't want to. I'm new here. I like my house. I like my neighbors, and I don't want to go anywhere, and I hope it doesn't come to that. But I probably wouldn't be able to sell my house anyway, so. The other thing I wanted to mention, and then I'll get off my soapbox, is everyone on the yes side is speaking of, well, let's explore this, let's have some discussion. And there's been a lot of concern that there hasn't been discussion. And here we are at this point where we're here and we're at this juncture. And I have my absentee ballot, and it doesn't seem to me that it's going to be a discussion. I know there was some clarification initially, but a yes vote on this question, this is the purpose and intent underneath on the official ballot. A yes vote on this question will create and finance a committee that will be obligated to negotiate a withdrawal. That doesn't sound like discussion to me. So I urge you to vote no, because I hope you don't want to go down the road, because I surely do not want to go down this road. Thank you.
Thank you.